Hey guys, so I want to talk about patience. So when you're trying to get results in the gym, there are three or you're trying to get results. Like you try to lose fat, build muscle, you try to increase your performance. And the truth is, and this is like kind of like what I feel with like life. Like every goal that I have, it's just taken way longer than I thought it would or expected to do, and it usually takes more work. And for that reason, we have to be patient. Now you can go and get quick results, but I've never really been able to do that with myself. Because it just takes me a while to kind of grasp everything, to understand something, and for me to be able to implement it into my life, all right? And not everyone's like that. Some people can grab things and go, but for me personally, I've never really been like that. So again, if you are that person and you can grab things and do them really quickly and make them a habit, you can probably get pretty quick results. But again, that's not me, and I feel like that's not most people, because to get results that you're probably looking for, you're going to have to accomplish. You have to do three things. You most likely have to do some type of physical training. So if that's strength training or cardio, really depends on your goals. That's doing some mobility work, but you're going to have to get some training, and so you need to have some good training. Gotta have good training, but something that's probably a little more important than good training is being consistent. Because even if you're kind of if you're doing some kind of what I would say shitty training or bad training, if you're doing it consistently, you probably somewhat get a response from your body. You'll get a change. The second thing, you have to eat in a way that's going to drive your goals. So I talked about this yesterday with like, it's not just about being healthy, but it's eating in a way that's going to drive your results, all right? So I talked about like and that might be a little different if your goal is fat loss, building muscle, changing your body composition, increasing your performance. And the third thing is you have to recover from not just your workouts that you're doing, but also recover from life. So people kind of forget that, yeah, you train the body hard and we have to recover from that, but you have all these other stresses in life that you still have to recover from that. So if you're working a very stressful job, you have like 4 kids that stress you out, you're not getting enough sleep, your husband and wife piss you off all the time. All these things are pretty high stresses. So if you add like intense training on top of that, you have a big need for recovery. And a lot of times people neglect recovery from a sleep standpoint, from a stress management standpoint, and it's not really until you kind of get all those three things kind of intertwined and consistent that you're really able to make some like really good progress. All right, and again, for me, that takes time, and that's kind of the reason why like I'm really into jiu-jitsu and I want to get good. And oftentimes I train 6 days a week. I get like 9 sessions in. The reason for that is because I realize I'm not going to get things or get good as fast as other guys. I just feel like I'm a little slow from that standpoint. So I need as much mat time as possible. It comes back to my original point, is usually your goals will take more work and they'll take longer. And if they're truly your goals, you kind of have to accept that, hey, I'm going to have to, results are going to be a little slower than I want. It's always kind of like that, right? And that I might have to do more work than I thought I had to originally, all right? And that's really when it kind of, when you get separated from like, is this something you truly freaking want? Or is this something you're kind of like interested in and be kind of, you might say it'd be kind of cool. It'd be kind of cool. And I'll give you a personal example. So sometimes I'm like, it would be cool to get like really, really like ripped and get abs. But the only time I actually can get myself to get pretty lean is when I'm doing like a jiu-jitsu competition. Because the truth is, I don't really care about being super lean that much. It's one of those things where like, hey, it would be cool, but when I think about it, it wouldn't really impact my life in a lot of ways. Versus like, I'm really into jiu-jitsu, so if I want to compete at a certain weight, I'm a lot more motivated and driven to be more consistent with my diet, my training, my cardio, my sleep, so that I can make that weight. All right. So you have to really understand with this type with whatever your goal is, that you have to be committed and really really into it, not just kind of interested in this, all right? So I want to go over 3 things that you need. You need to train, you need to fuel your body properly, and you need to recover. And then just realize that most likely it's going to take more patience. It's going to take lots of patience because it's probably going to take longer than you want it to. So be patient. And unfortunately, it will probably take more work than than you originally thought it would take. All right. Now, if you can accept those things and you can work on those things, and over time you can kind of develop being consistent with those 3 things, I think you'll be happy with your results. All right. By the way, I'm doing a 21-day Strong Academy, and for 21 days, we're going to teach you the fundamentals of getting strong, building some healthy eating habits, and how to recover your body properly so your body doesn't break. This isn't a quick fix. It isn't like, hey, you're going to lose 20 pounds in 21 days, or you're going to increase 50 pounds on your bench press, but it is a fundamental program that will help you get started in the right direction. All right. And I'm a huge believer that you have to be patient, which is why I made this video. And before you worry about actually producing like insane results, you have to build like a foundation. I tell my when I build blocks with my son, I always tell my son, we like to make these big towers. I'm like, Jack, we have to build a solid foundation if we want to make it super tall, because we're not going to be able to make it super tall if we don't make the base wide. And this is the same thing with results. You have to lay the foundation, which is learn how to move the body, learn how to strength train properly, learn how to fundamentally eat for health and longevity first, and then fundamentally learn how to what your body needs to recover from the stresses that you're putting on it. So if you're interested, you can DM me. I'm looking for about 5 people. I'll put some details in the post. And again, if you're interested, let me know. But again, be patient, guys.